and welcome to the Buzz with Brogan. So today we're going to talk about campus life, in particular dorm life. I went around and interviewed some of the UCF students who have lived on campus. I got you guys some of the pros and cons, even some interesting stories. Let's check it out.
Well, I really like the fact that everyone's kind of in a tight-knit community. Our pod and our RA would come out and set up like a TV and cook for us and do all this stuff.
You don't have to take the bus. You don't necessarily need a car unless you're going to go grocery shopping. And so everything's really convenient. Like, it only took me, what, 20 minutes to walk here and back.
I mean, you're close to the library, you're right next to class, so if you oversleep, you can run straight to class and not be worried about being too late.
Definitely you're close to your classes.
Definitely location. Everything is a lot closer. Everything's a lot safer. Everything is key card and then also an entry code.
The pros would be that you're close to class, close to football games, close to everything like that.
Cons would be, I would definitely say, know who your roommates are before you go into the dorms. You might get stuck with someone who's not like you at all, which I did.
Cons seem like, unless you have a car, then everything should be fine, but I don't really find a downside in living on campus.
What about like the price? Is that not a downside?
I'd never see my parents worried about that.
I guess you got to be careful with what you do. You get caught with anything or do anything against the rules, you may get kicked out.
I moved in the summer, so I already had roommates and they were all kind of messy and dirty. So I came into like a dirty refrigerator and like a dirty sink. Also, dorms and apartments have thin walls, so you usually hear everything going on.
Wonder what she was listening to. Let's check out some of these crazy college partying stories. So no like horror stories of someone like coming drunk home at like 10 p.m. Oh my god, 3 a.m. Brogan, please.
No, I haven't. Usually I'm asleep by then.
There's this one time where I kind of kept myself locked in my room because I really don't want to talk to them. I just didn't like them. I'm sitting and I'm on my computer and I'm doing my work on web courses. And the two of the neighbors, my roommates, they knew each other already. And so they wanted to do a burping contest. And these walls are thin and I can hear everything. So they start burping and it gets progressively louder and louder until one of them starts gagging. Nearly threw up.
None that I want to disclose right now.
I had one roommate, he had a couple of his friends come from like Tampa for the weekend. There was one big dude. They went out one night, you know, college stuff, you know. They come back, and one of the kids, he ends up in the bushes. Big fiasco. Blue button got pressed. I forgot what it's called, the emergency things.
I just had a roommate that came for 5 days, and he told me he missed his mom, so he left.
So I guess you didn't make like friends with him?
I didn't even know his name.
Oh, he misses his mom. Guess the meal plan doesn't beat Mama's home cooking.
So my freshman year, I lived in a community-style dorm, and it was me and this other girl. Our beds were built into the wall, so she had the bottom bunk and I had the top bunk, and she would have boys come home with her all the time, and I would be in the room and she didn't care, and they would just start hooking up. It was too awkward for me to leave because I would have to come down from the top bunk, and it was just so awkward. I would just put my headphones in and like pretend I wasn't there, but it was terrible.
Best noise-canceling headphones won't stop the rocking of that bed. For all you little Teletubbies out there preparing for college, here's some tips.
Yeah.
That sums it up right there. Just kidding. I got some real advice, like as real as Kylie Jenner's lips. Just kidding. Okay, let's go.
If you're not from here, the meal plan is definitely a good idea.
Be nice to your roommates.
I would say definitely live on campus your first year. It'll be a great experience. Try to plan where you can live more frugally after your freshman year.
I would say definitely live on campus your first year. I've met a lot of people, like, because I didn't really have many friends at first, and so I would come back and there would just be people that just wanted to hang out even if you didn't really know them. Living on like in the dorm definitely gave you that experience.
I definitely suggest doing it. I think it's an experience everybody needs to go through. I would suggest, if you could, finding a roommate that you know, because sometimes obviously random roommates can be a little horrible. Definitely live on campus because it is something I believe that everybody should go through.
Yes, and make sure you know who your roommate is. Actually, I don't know, I knew this girl before actually, so maybe that's not the best idea. Set some boundaries and if they're gonna have people over, just have them text you or put a sock on the doorknob or something while they're doing things.
Well, believe it or not, you may need more than just your toothbrush and your name printed on your underwear for college, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Put some comments down below about your pros and cons of living on campus, or maybe your crazy stories. And I'd share mine, but I mean, I don't make enough money to bail myself out of jail. Really. So stay buzzed. See you soon. What? Take two.
You were about to...
I wrote the underwear. That's hilarious.